It is your Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round, in which we talk about a lot of things in a very short period of time. Thank you to our friend Dave Kreitzer and his team at Perkins Kreitzer Construction for making this possible. Outstanding general contractor. And they work, here in the metro area, but they can go out and do things out in North Platte, Nebraska, and Sioux City, Iowa, and Lincoln, and all these other places around the general area. No matter where it is, they just do an outstanding job. And Perkins Kreitzer can help you with office building, retail center. Are you building a church or a community center? They do those as well, no problem. We like to talk, though, a lot about all of their restaurant and retail build-outs because they sponsor the lightning round, and that's when we talk about a lot of restaurant and retail build-outs, and they do so many of those. In fact, just last week, we talked about how they're going to be building out Guitars and Cadillacs. So for those of you who are of the similar vintage of Trenton and Jeff, I can remember back when we were young guys, single guys going to bars, we would sometimes stop by the old Guitars and Cadillacs. I was a little bit of a fish in a tree, though. I was never a country music dancing kind of guy. But
yeah, line dancing and Trent doesn't get along. But
the girls that were there at the time, we went and we liked that at Guitars and Cadillacs. So, but now we're old and that doesn't really matter.
2 words for the Guitars and Cadillac: mechanical bull.
And that is your Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round. No, actually, it's just going to go ahead and get started. All right. So on the news, a few things we have for you. First of all, the old KFC restaurant at 4358 Dodge Street has been demolished, and that will become Bank of America. They have opened a few branch locations here in town, and they continue to do so. The former Starsky's Bar and Grill at 7812 F Street is another bar and grill, Trips Bar and Grill. So from one bar and grill to another. We've got a lot more restaurant news to share with you, but we want to take a quick interlude for some population talk. As I mentioned before the break, for the first time in history, Nebraska now has more than 2 million people, 2,005,000 to be exact. Thank you very much. That is a net gain in 1 year of nearly 18,000 people, which is 0.9%. Makes it the 18th fastest growing state over the last year. But Nebraska compares quite well with bordering states. Colorado, those squirrely little boogers, they grew faster. They grew at 1%. But other than that, Nebraska was the fastest growing state in the region. We grew faster than Iowa, Kansas, and South Dakota, who were all at 0.7%. We grew quite a bit faster than Missouri at 0.6%. And we grew a hell of a lot faster than Wyoming at 0.4%. Now, of the 17,601 people net gain in Nebraska last year, 13,000 were international. So we continue to attract international people, which is important because we have a critical labor shortage.
And we got a new IHOP opening.
Who does?
Omaha. So it's International House of Pancakes.
It's in Iowa.
Maybe that's where they're working.
It's in Iowa. The IHOP is in Iowa.
Oh, okay.
It's in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
We have IHOP here too, Jeff.
Yeah. Last week when you were in
They
Columbia.
can still work in Omaha.
When you were in Columbia, we announced that IHOP replaced Red Lobster in Council Bluffs. I assume that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. On with the news after that interjection. The Platypus, a wine-focused bar, has opened at 1409 South 13th Street in Little Bohemia, next to Tiny House under the same ownership. And looks like it's going to be a pretty cool place. Also in Little Bohemia, Masa Luna Tamaleria, a sister bar it's a sister place to Fizzy's Fountain Liquor, which is cool. Have you ever been to Fizzy's? Masa Luna is going to go into the old Muchachos space right there on 13th Street. And looks like opening spring of 2025. And it'll have a variety of tamales and agave-based cocktails.
I was just saying the other day to a friend, we need more original Mexican restaurant concepts here.
Are you being sarcastic?
100%.
I actually think we need more because Mexican food is right up there with Japanese food as my number one favorite cuisine ethnicity.
Okay.
The Salty Dog Bar and Grill has opened its second location. We've been talking about this for a long time, partly because it shares a building with the future Wiener Schnitzel, which Grow Omaha listeners are like over the moon. The fact the day we announced that Wiener Schnitzel opens in the same building, which is going to be probably about a month or two, I think the presses will stop running. People will be so excited. But for now, the neighbor to Wiener Schnitzel, Salty Dog Bar and Grill, has opened 3401 South 72nd Street. It's in the MH Landing Development, northeast of 72nd and Grover. Salty Dog has an existing location in Council Bluffs.
And they don't sell hot dogs, to my knowledge.
Salty Dog?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've never been to Salty Dog.
It's named after his dog.
Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen will open on February 3rd. The exact address is 17373 Chicago Street, but in English that's translated to Village Point Shopping Center. 7,500 square foot building. It's east of Firebird's wood-fired grill and west of Shields. Cheddar's has an existing Omaha location near 120th and L. We have the Grove Juicery and Wellness Cafe that Sam mentioned earlier. Their opening date, March 2025. And then we have a liquor superstore out of Lincoln coming to Omaha. The Still Fine Wine and Spirits. Trenton will be in Coventry, 204th and V Street. They're joining a crowded lineup because just within the last year, 2 liquor superstore concepts from other places have entered the market, Total Wine and Macadoodles.
And there'll be more.
Not to mention Wine, Beer, and Spirits, otherwise known as Booze R Us. And
Liquid Business.
Also, Wall to Wall has a couple spots in the market as well. Crunch Fitness will open a new Maplewood location, 2650 North 90th Street in the former Family Fair space, 40,000 square feet. That'll be opening in the spring of 2025. All right, some bad news. We've got some closings. Modern Love in Midtown Crossing was going to close next summer. They moved it up to December 29th. Which Superior Sandwiches closed its final location in the market at 307 North 114th. And finally, the Steve Madden store at Nebraska Crossing closed yesterday.
What?
Sorry to leave you on a negative note, but we left you on a negative note.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.